Yeah, this guy. The thinker. What is thylacinus? What does that mean? Is that just... Oh! It's the genus of extinct carnivorous marsupials. Ah, okay. What does what? Oh, you fixed your sleep schedule? Not really. Not really. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I had like a solid, uninterrupted 5 hours of sleep, which is better than I could say last week. Oh, but yeah, tomorrow's stream might start a little later, because I got some computer people coming over. Do you guys remember when my fan had issues and I had to take my old laptop in to get the fan replaced? Well, apparently now that place shut down their location, but they're still working. Like they're still open. They just don't have like a physical office to go to anymore because people kept breaking their windows. So now they come over to their client's house. So they'll be coming over to my house tomorrow at like 8 or 9 a.m. So I gotta go to bed early tomorrow. Or tonight. I gotta go to bed early tonight. Oh, hi there, Jackie. Hope you all get some good sleep. Thank you. Probably try and go to sleep early since they'll be coming by early. What day is Sonic? I'm dumb. I think it's in 2 days. I think it's 2 days from now. Let me just double check. Days, miles. Yeah, 2 days from now. Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be Sunday for you. Yes. He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers. Oh, mind chess. First step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent. Oh, he's got a bunch of pieces. God, I don't know what to give this guy as a voice. Oh wait, I remember this asshole. Yeah, the thinker. I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from his face. I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. Yo, he kinda missing a glove. Yeah! Do you think the guy that was involved in a murder case a while back would be involved in a murder case again? What? No way! Pay no attention to the fact that the last case had the same exact thing happen with the killer. I'll have to rely solely on his words instead. It's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see what we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell. Is it when he's got his hands like that? What's your connection to this incident? Tell me, what's your connection to this incident? Alright, I should probably share my screen even if no one's in the call, just so people can be like, what he doing? And then they'll be like, oh, he doing Miles Edgeworth. Oh, which incident? The murder? well, it had nothing at all to do with me. Nothing. Okay, but how much of an annoying dick would Knight have to be to get murdered on his first week of prison? Extremely. Really? If only Sawit murdered him with the thinker again. Damn. I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Well, you see, how can I put this? A serial burglar? Well, I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen. A good person, if you will. Uh-huh. So, stealing stuff from people's houses makes you an upstanding citizen. I mean, to be fair, Sawit, I did the same thing when I was a child. I stole $10 and erasers from this rich girl. So I guess I'm pot calling the kettle black here, but at least I didn't murder anyone with a blunt object. At least not that I know of. If you don't have anything to ask me, I do need to be going. Yeah, perhaps a little more proactivity is called for. Oh, okay. So I guess him shaking his hands like that is not a tell to bide. So Sawit may be good at hiding his emotions, but he also has a tell. Just need to watch for it and respond. What incident am I connected to? I don't know whose guy I murdered. I'm being held accountable for it this time. Forgive me, Mr. Sawit, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. That's... So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident. How many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything, I swear. You seem angry, Mr. Sawit. Surely you've noticed, Mr. Sawit. I have you exactly where I want you. Oh, I don't think this is a good tell. Yeah. Really? Seems to me you're just wasting my time. I can't tell what his tell is. I should have picked my words more wisely. Edgeworth saying Edgeworth things. Okay. So we do the choice here, and then we bide our time. I'm not very good at the mind chess. Battler would be disappointed in me. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. My apologies, Mr. Sawit. But considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all. Oh, well, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. Easy, just eat the pieces, but I'm not hungry. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll have to look elsewhere. Person who found the body, you say? Why do I think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you do know something you're not telling me after all? I like how you can see his handcuffs. No, I just sense that's who you might be looking for, that's all. That wasn't a request. Ah, I'm forced to eat the pieces. Oh no. I'm simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything, truly. There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. Oh, thank God. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Okay, tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened. Just don't swing at him wildly. But I love swinging at people wildly. How are things in the prison? What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning? I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid. I don't have a clue as to how to push the conversation forward. I have to try another tack. What were you doing? I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sawit. In detail. I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. And that's what I was doing yesterday. Training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident? I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but... God, you're so bad at lying, Solid. Were they screaming? You heard someone. Was this someone screaming by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Sawit. But I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. Ah! No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember. The fact that he heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. Okay. So you heard about it, but you didn't tell me that earlier. Time to deploy my clue. You said you heard a scream. Why the fuck you lying, bitch? You don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream. Oh, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is, I really don't remember. Your memory fails you yet again. How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sawit. How dare you talk to me like... I mean, I'm not lying. This guy's totally not suspicious at all. No, let's bide our time. I don't think we'll get anywhere poking fun at him getting upset. Look, if you must know, when I'm working with the animals and I get into the zone, they're all I see. Me too! I also have animal autism! Am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming then? Oh, that reminds me. I talked about how there was a cat outside yesterday, right? My cousin texted me yesterday, and she was like, Did you feed a cat outside? Because there's been this cat that's just been hanging around in like the back porch, and I'm like, yeah, I felt bad seeing it wandering around the back porch, so I gave it some chicken. And I thought I was gonna get yelled at for feeding the cat some food, but my cousin was like, I'm going to the store to go buy some cat food for it. So now we just have like a little shelf with some cat food for her whenever she comes by. So I guess I can stop buying tuna so that I can use it either on my sandwiches or for cats now. But yeah, that cat is so sweet. She's like really affectionate, but one thing I do worry about, maybe she gets fed really well by her owners. She feels like she definitely has an owner, but I worry about the cat because it looks like she's got like an infection in her eye or something. Cause like she's got, one of her eyes is very glassy. And one thing that worries me is when I try and feed her, she tends to not eat. But it feels more like a she's full kind of reaction, and she just wants affection and pets whenever she comes over. But I still worry. Honest opinion, I've worked already 45 hours this week. I could go and work today, work another 45. My pay period ends Friday, which I also work a regular 8-hour shift. Should I go into work today? Due to my mom recently passing away, I gotta pay the service fee. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear about your mom passing away, Kurama. That's complicated. Yeah, they don't give you a morning leave. That's crazy. That is so evil, yeah. God, if you already been working like 45 hours this week, like, are you scheduled to come in today? Or is it like you just got like a thing in your chat asking you to come in kind of situation? If it's the second, I'd say stay home. If it's something that you're scheduled, for today, I'd say probably best not to. Cause for one thing I learned with my old jobs, oh, you're not scheduled? Okay, then I'd say don't go in if you don't want to. Yeah, take the day off. Especially since they're not giving you like morning leave. Just, you know, have some me time for yourself. Yeah, not getting bereavement leave is absolutely vile. Yeah, that's some evil shit. That stuff is so heavy. You need the rest. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not scheduled, don't take it. But take some time for yourself to decompress and everything. They're only giving me it for her actual service, which is 3 days. Jeez. My job will still be there regardless. Yeah, the job will still be there regardless if you go in or not. You may as well take care of yourself when you can, yeah. Yeah, if they're not giving you those days, take the off days that you can get for yourself. I know I know I would feel complicated as well if I was in that kind of situation, but at least you don't have to feel like you have to come in today since it's not on your schedule. That's one thing I would always worry about with my job. Yeah, boo to your hiring manager. Yeah, what the heck? Well, my scissor technique could use a little work, but that's what she said. I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared. I'm sure that's irrelevant information. Scared? You have a good relationship with animals here, Solid? Would you say that you get along rather well with the dogs here? And when exactly do they get scared? Probably during the 4th of July. Surely it doesn't happen very often. Well, that's... no. Thankfully it doesn't. A scream would certainly frighten them. A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? I don't get this. He admits to hearing the scream and then he just... I don't... The early cases of Ace Attorney games, man. What is it you're hiding, Mr. Sawit? Tell me. I can assure you, I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I did really hear somebody scream. But I'm not hiding anything, I promise. The mask is finally beginning to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. Oh, this is a pretty long mind chess. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sawit. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. Who did you hear screaming? Oh, wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard, yes. So, I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all. Why do you keep being wishy-washy about this? Saw it? You're so bad at lying! Oh my god, you literally admitted to hearing screams. Are you a dumbass? Are you an idiot? Bro is writing fan fiction. I don't have a clue as to how to push the conversation forward. Okay. When did you hear the scream? Oh, wait, now I remember. This guy is driving me insane. Asks one question. I didn't hear a scream. When did you hear the scream? Oh, it was at 8:55 a.m. Yes. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning. So now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show. You do realize that goes completely against everything you've told me so far. Why is this guy such an idiot? And what are you gonna do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say. As patchy as your balding hairline? Oh, someone seems to be hopping man. Oh, bide my time. Those just seem to be poking at him. The animal show really had to be seen to be believed. It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see? Let me think. Oh, well. Why is this guy so dumb? Why is this guy so dumb? Why would they have whales? That would be too heavy to bring into a fucking zoo. They'd need a whole ass fucking tank. Does he, like, not think? No thoughts. Head empty ass. You weren't actually at the show, were you? Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you? Ah! Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. It's clear Mr. Sawit wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. Yeah, you heard the whale. Time to deploy my clue. You weren't at any show. How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. Ah! The game's up, Mr. Sawit. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream, now. I can't tell you what I don't know. Stop pretending you're bad at it. I didn't hear any scream, not from the person who found the body. This guy is so dumb. I've never seen anyone so dumb. Wait, it wasn't the victim who screamed. How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then, why do you think it came from the person who found the body, Very well, Mr. Sawit. Where were you when the scream happened? The ever-reliable Sawit testimony. is this?
I'm in Yevlay. I'm in the abandoned city of Pripyat.
I'm inside one of the inch-and-down oil tanks.
3 weeks.
This guy keeps changing his story. Like, yeah, I made a mistake. That's all. Yeah, you sure did made a bunch of mistakes. The hell, Mr. Sawit? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed? It's because you're the one who found the body? You saw it! Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you. Ah! How did you? It's true. I admit it. But what gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. You know, that explains why the glove was coated like that. Yeah. Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sawit, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation. Alright, you win. But I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. I mean, the glove. That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end. Except, that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it? What do you mean? Oh! Thank you for the resub, Kamada! Wow, 9 months. That's insane. Feels like it was only just yesterday that I met you, Kamada. Thank you so much. Enjoy your emotes. We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant. Well, the K-Meister said, you need to listen to the kid more, you know? The client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. As your old man always said, your relationship with your client comes before everything else. So, if you think Mr. Saint's well-being has taken a backseat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say, I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been 9 months already. Time really does fly. It's crazy. I'm still flabbergasted that it's July. It does not feel like July to me. Well, like, it kind of does because it's really hot. But on the other end, it feels like it should still be spring. Time moves too fast. This will take some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sawit, I'm asking once more, what happened when you found the body? Finding the corpse. I was in the workshop there by myself, practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. What do you mean you don't remember how? Huh? I happened to peek in through the little window. That is such a gap in your testimony, bro. Already. And then I saw him lying there. A man. Not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found? Yes, that's right. I was in Workshop B. And you were there the whole day? Yes, from 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. And they check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct? That's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m. Which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 a.m.
Which puts it right around the time the show was happening.
Ah, yes, the show! I remember the other prisoners going to see it, and pretending that I saw it, and thinking that a fucking show would have a whale in it. Because that totally makes sense, right? And therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sawit? I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sawit's testimony. Rooting it out should be my first priority. Alright, let's go.
Hold it!
Have you been watching Girl with the Dogs, Mr. Sawit? It's my favorite animal grooming channel. What exactly were you practicing? To be a pet stylist, of course. A model prisoner, after all. So he keeps saying.
Hold it!
I haven't watched a Girl with the Dogs video in a bit. I wonder if there's been a new spicy mayonnaise video. I fucking love spicy mayonnaise. If you guys never seen a Girl with the Dog video, spicy mayonnaise is like my favorite reoccurring cat that she grooms. You found yourself there, really? That's right. And then I found myself peeking through the little window in the door. Why did you think to do that? Gosh, I don't know. I just found myself doing it, really. You clearly weren't concentrating on your work then. No, that's not true. I'm a model prisoner. It's just all the other prisoners had gone to watch the show. I guess I was, well, kind of lonely.
Like being stuck at school after everybody else has to go home. Huh?
Yes, exactly like that. Anyway, I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop and...
Hold it!
Does that mean you didn't get a good look inside? No, I couldn't. The window was not only small, but it had bars over it, you see. Not exactly a panoramic view.
They're just so the guards can check what's going on, right?
That's right, yes. Yeah, very knowledgeable young lady.
You bet. I guess you could say I know a little something about prisons now, too.
Okay, you shouldn't get too familiar with the prison cell, okay? Let's remind myself to address this newfound interest later. Well, if the glove is his, he had to enter, yeah. And we know that that is an inmate. And we know that, like, whoever entered in had to be entering with animals. So if he was grooming an animal and used it to get in, that would line up perfectly. Anyways, yes, I peeked in through the little window in the workshop door.
Hold it!
And could you tell right away if it was a man or a woman? It was clearly a man. His physique, his clothes. It was also very clear that he was dead. You could tell just by peeking through the little window. Oh, you know, I have a bit of a... I know my dead bodies. I'm a regular victim of dead bodies that definitely were not perpetrated by me. Look, let's just say this wasn't my first dead body. Saw it! Saw it! Saw it, bro! I was joking! I was joking, Saw it. You didn't need to say that, bro. I need to be this guy's lawyer, God. I feel like such a lawyer being like, no, don't say that, don't say that. You have a right to silence, bro.
What? You mean you're in prison for?
To my eternal shame, yes. This was, however, the first time I had seen another person's handiwork up close, so... just admits to committing murder.
Hold it!
Do you recall how exactly you screamed? Any words you might have used? No, I only remember that I screamed. Up close? Folks don't tend to remember how much when they're busy crying out in terror, Miles. Exactly, so yes, I screamed. That's all I remember. Presents himself as an innocent bystander, but nothing could be further from the truth. So true. Given what he is, things couldn't have happened as he claims. The contradiction in his testimony is as clear as day. I just need to present the evidence that proves it. Okay, so let's see. The door. I know we gotta bring this up eventually. I'm not sure when to submit that. Wait. Yeah. Huh. If he was at the door sensor, wouldn't it raise an alarm? Is that only when someone tries to get in? That might be what we gotta go with. Cause I don't think anyone heard an alarm, right? Yeah, let's try that. Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Sawit. Yeah, door makes sense. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are. What I am? I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist.
Hold it!
But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? Or your wrist, bleh. A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner, and therefore, unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside the door would have sounded an alarm. Well, that's... I know what you are. There's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Ah! Ooh-wee! Stylishly done, Nedgeru.
But doesn't this mean that Mr. Sawit couldn't have found the body then?
Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sawit himself can explain. He saw it, the dead body, because he murdered them. Oh, So, actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. Oh, yes, of course. You sure do like forgetting things often, Mr. Sawit. Like how you forgot that you hit that guy over the head with a blunt object before. Just you know, crazy memory issues, right? I forget when I murder people all the time. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you like. By all means, go ahead.
There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see? I really do doubt that he is the murderer. He's just so blatantly suspicious. I can't help but poke fun at him. As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window and into the workshop next door. Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. So he's saying. He was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside Workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards. Please? Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I'd better dig a little deeper into his testimony, just in case. Don't think that's all that he was hiding. Tell me some more about this trick, Mr. Sawit. Of course, it's quite simple, really. That is mighty strange to do when you are just feeling lonely, right? Especially, like, if you're feeling lonely, just go be with, like, one of the animals in here, too. I suppose this allows you to enjoy a little taste of freedom. It does, to be honest. It's one of the few things that brings me joy anymore. Huh? Rather surprising source of joy, but rule breaking isn't exactly a demonstration of remorsefulness, is it? Oh, but I am remorseful. I always am. I'm a model prisoner, after all. I'm beginning to suspect that he doesn't know what a model prisoner actually is. I'm a model prisoner. I continue to commit crimes. That makes me a model prisoner, because I stay in jail. So you use this trick to peek through the window? That's right, yes. I made sure the guard wasn't looking and leaned out into the corridor. Well, you need to get a representative for yourself, Sawit. I feel bad for your defense attorney. Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look? Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door. And that room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange. And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises? Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. I see. Are there any problems with what Mr. Sawit just said? Yeah! I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too. You got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Sawit, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but just look at you. We all know you won't. But it will do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in the crime. I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. Okay, well, I mean, you already told us that you saw a whale at the show, so, I mean, what could be more unbelievable than that? Just tell us what you saw. Alright, it was that dog. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. That huge black dog had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat. What did you just say? It was hellish. Utterly hellish. That beast! That awful beast! He killed him! Sound like the lady from the 101 Dalmatians. The dogs killed my mom! Suddenly, I don't feel so good. I mean, clearly someone ordered the dog to do something. Maybe someone that has a good relationship with the animals? Someone like a groomer, perhaps? Jeepers creepers. That's awful. Talk about traumatizing. Okay, but the dogs did kill her mom. No, the dogs did not kill her mom. The dogs chased her off of a cliff. And they chased her off a cliff that they were ordered to chase after her. So technically, if you want to be really specific, the cliff killed her mom. And then they pushed her. It was dreadful, horrible. Now you know why I couldn't help but scream. So, there's a man-eating dog in the prison's animal population, is there? Look at him! He's such a little guy! And that really is everything, I promise. You believe me, don't you? For now. This one seems too far-fetched to lie, even for you. Also, can we see that death report? Yeah, sure. I don't remember fang marks. Stab wound to the throat. Small cut on his scalp from when he suffered a blow to the head. Yeah, a blow to the head! Oh my god. He suffered a blow to the head and Mr. Sawit is here. Oh, I'm sure Mr. Sawit did not hit him in the head. Mr. Sawit does not have a repeated history of hitting people over the head with blunt objects. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Ty. Let me see. They were blood and mud. Why the mud? Okay, I guess we don't have a death report other than just what we know about the body. I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind. Very well.
Hold it!
How much do you remember about the man you saw? Oh, I remember everything. Let's see. He had blonde hair, and his neck was covered in blood because... Dead, yes. We know that Mr. Sawit, and thank you very much. I'm just telling you what I saw. I thought you attorneys were obsessed with the little details. There's some serious venom behind those words. Something tells me he may not have had the best experience with defense attorneys in the past. You could say that again, Edgeworth. Okay, but it's a stab wound and a blunt impact, no bite marks. Well, it could be that the stab wound could be similar to like bite marks. We don't fully know yet the full details on what the stab wound actually looks like.
Hold it!
You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat? Yes! There was blood everywhere. The beast's mouth was dripping with it and... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Spare us the gory details, will you? What about the victim? Was he... Ah! Oops. Don't say it, don't say it. Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth? Okay, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. There's so much blood just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail. I'm sure of that. Not even the twitch of a finger. Just lifeless. That's very specific. Ugh, enough already. Why do you have to go into every little detail like that? To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? You didn't need to be that detailed. So I add what I've said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth. Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible.
Hold it!
You paint a very vivid picture. Well, I had a front row seat, I suppose. Yeah, you sure did, Solid. You sure did. I could almost feel the agony of the poor man's final moments. Yeah, it's almost like you hit him over the head with a blunt object. I don't think I'll be getting any sleep tonight, Mr. Edgeworth. You won't? Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, and it's all your fault for pressing him for more gory details. I'll be having nightmares tonight myself. It's all still so fresh in my memory. Are you sure it's not a good dream for you, Mr. Solwit? I remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught the light. It featured a snowflake motif in relief. Huh?
Hold it!
A snowflake motif in relief. You seem to have a very clear memory of that ring, Mr. Solid. Well, I used to go door to door selling newspaper subscriptions, you see. Wait. How the fuck did you see that? Bro. My bro. I think you should become a fiction writer. Because you're good at coming up with shit. I had to take people in at a glance. Their appearance, their mood, that sort of thing. Figuring out who exactly you're dealing with is the first step in any sale. Except in this case, you were figuring out a corpse. What can I say? Force of habit. I am a repeat offender, after all. One that served me very well in my sales career, if I do say so myself. Yeah, the thinker. Even so, you seem to have remembered things to an uncanny level of detail. I suppose. Nevertheless, it's true. I remember the ring, the relief, all of it. Is what he's saying even plausible, though? Perhaps I should take another look at the condition of the victim's body as we found it. I know what I saw, Mr. Edgeworth, and my eyes don't lie. My mouth does, though. So, Knight was bitten in the throat by a dog that lives here in the prison. Not the most plausible of explanations, I have to say. Well, they do say that pets take after their owners. But there are some things they shouldn't take after. Not if they're supposed to help reform their owners. Otherwise, what's the point of having an animal therapy program? I should probably ask Mr. Sawit a little more about this dog. Okay, let's see. Black dog. Yeah, this part. How the fuck did you see that?
Objection!
His hand's covered. Makes me think that you're the one that put the tarp over his hand, huh? A ring with a snowflake relief. Yes, I saw it, clear as day. It was carved in such fine detail. Interesting. Your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate. And? What What's wrong with being too accurate? I mean this. You testified to having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger. See? Exactly as I said. There's no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. Look at this graph. Oh, hi there, Daywitch. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. Also, why is just this hand unbuttoned? Did this guy seriously do this shit again? He hit him over the head with a blunt object to steal his fucking ring. Did he really do this again? Would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless, that is, you approach the body and remove the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window in the door. Yet you seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Solid. Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot? Acting like you know it all? I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. Oh, I know. The man's arm. Must have moved under the tarp after I peeked in. Nonsense. You already told us that you can't have been. That can't have been the case. Why is this guy so bad at lying? He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. You said it yourself that the victim was already dead. And dead men don't move, do they? Unless someone else moved their body. Oh wee! Is that the stench of ode to desperation I smell? What are you hiding, Mr. Sawit? Tell us. Expert gravedigger. Yeah, he should maybe consider making that his new profession instead of an animal groomer. No, You're wrong. I know what I saw. You couldn't let it go, could you? To keep on poking and prodding. You slimy two-bit associate attorney! Seems the real Mr. Sawat has finally revealed himself. Whoa, that's quite the rug he was rocking. You been playing 14 Heavensward all today? Oh, nice. Yeah, I was doing the tomes yesterday myself. Got my Torajiro. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat. Look, I'm just a sweet innocent witness here. But are you really? Would a regular witness just throw their wig at me like that? Because I must say, I have doubts. Very serious doubts. What's that supposed to mean? You saw something that should have been impossible to see from outside the workshop. So, how did you do it? That's simple. Mr. Sawat, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. You were in the workshop. You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring. Say what you want. You don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Nothing to prove I was in the room with the body anyway. The glove. You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over. Minding my own business and looking after the animals. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves? For fun? Bro, you are just handing me. You're just handing me these things. Bro. Bro. God. I 100% forgot about his wig. Ow. Bro, put the shovel down. Put the shovel down, bro. Stop digging your own grave, dude. Now, put up or shut up. I want to see evidence that proves I was in the room with the body. Are you a dumbass? I think you're a dumbass. I think you're a certified dumbass. I think you learned dumbassery in college. You got that as like your... You aced that. You aced the tests for that. You made that like your associate's degree and everything.
Take that!
How is this easier than the tutorial? Yeah, the tutorial was a bit more complicated, I feel. Remind me, Mr. Sawit. What were you doing when you discovered the body? He has hit bedrock and is still digging. How many times do I was practicing my pet styling techniques. Of course. Then perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you. That's... This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron. No! This one's different! Looks mighty similar to me.
Hold it!
Yes, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it? It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything.
Objection!
Not yet, perhaps, but if I were to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling the results would be rather fascinating. It's over.
Objection!
What the? That was a pretty rad objection, am I right? Please, Fender. Now is not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. A man is a prisoner, right? He's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on. That's true! So, how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His animal friends. His bracelet would have triggered the alarm if he tried. Right. I don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. You should be clinging onto the bracelet like the big round lifesaver it is. In what way? As in, it's the best hope our wig-flinging friend here has for getting off the hook for murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene with a bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet, he hasn't said a peep about it. I wonder why that might be, The sound of silence. I suppose Miss Law Priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday, too. Oh, whoa! You sounded like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Fender. I am an attorney. Wait, really? I thought you were part of the Mafia. The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles. Well, we know of the dog, yeah. The dog can get in there without triggering the alarm. Gregory taught me that. It's part of the attorney's code he lives by. And also, the dog can open up the doors, too, because of the sensors or whatever. So, friend, what's the dealio? Why are you so coy about your bracelet? Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken. I'm broken. I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to set the sensors off anymore. Dang. Really? The jail would just make such sensitive bracelets like that? I feel like this is something that they'd be testing out to make sure that they're like idiot proof, you know? To make sure that the inmates can't just break their bracelet sensors. Dig a little bit deeper, why don't you? I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient. I see. So your bracelet is broken. I do think that he's not the murderer, but, see, my thought of the events is he saw him before he died. He hit him over the head with a blunt object, the thinker, so that he could steal his ring, and then someone else murdered him. That's my thought of the timeline of the events. Yeah, I don't think he did it too, but what the hell? But do they really break that easily? If so, then this prison has a serious security problem. No, yeah, I agree. You there, could we have a moment? Aw, aren't you just the cutest? Ahem. Meow! How can I help you, sir? This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? That's not good. I'll get somebody to find a replacement right away. Thank you. We'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being. Of course, sir. I trust you'll take good care of it. Can I examine it? Can we, like, make sure that it's not... Okay, we can't examine it. Can't check. Sweet. Bracelet's sorted. Had to turn our murderer in, yeah? What? No! I didn't kill anybody. I just bonked him over the head with a blunt object and stole his ring. I would never commit a crime. Whoa there, Palio. You're the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show? No, I just found the body, that's all. I promise. And when I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. And why did you go in? Well, oh, fine. I wanted to go through his pockets. Okay? He was going to rob the corpse? I don't think he was a corpse at the time. That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I mean, if the shoe fits. I'm a great thief. I never stoop so low as to steal from a... Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I'd entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming. And dropped the glove in your ace, huh? I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smell funky to you, Miles? Other than whether Mr. Sawit is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Ooh, yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sawit's testimony. Look at him! Love his big nose. The dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Saw it. Yes? What is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Well, no. There was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he had wanted to? Yes. How did you... I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but... Where is this person's cell? You're going to see him? Who are we talking about here? Him! He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. It's treated like royalty. From the Powerpuff Girls? But you didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him. What? Will you please stop trying to scare us all the time? What was his name? You know, him. Gold Pink? Was that his name? I don't remember anything other than that he was called him. The big cheese, huh? I, for one, definitely value my life, so that sucks. They keep him in a maximum security. Which is over there. Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently. I'm just assuming it's a character from Ace Attorney 1. What if it was Red White? Alright. Quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already. Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. Yeah, that guy. And, that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much. Is it on guard? Well, Mozzie, anything you care to share? Are you gonna leave Kay and I in the dark here, too? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Oh. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there, too. Alright, Kay, you got anything new to say? I wonder how extra the maximum security cells are. I'm sure it's extra secure and all. But maybe it has things like a red carpet, and a super soft sofa, and a fancy bed. The works! Oh, for a VIP inmate. Yeah, I could get used to that. Calm down, Kay. We'll find out what we're dealing with soon enough. And who, if I'm very much not mistaken... Okay, I think I submitted everything up to the door sensors to her. I don't know if she'll react to anything, but I like seeing a little flavor text. The sight of that dog sends shivers down my spine, Mr. Edgeworth. You have phobias, Kay? Of course I do. I'm scared of cops, guards, sirens, all kinds of stuff. Me too, Kay. The very thing that assuage most people's fears. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Edgeworth. Yeah, well, I'm not most people. But you see, I'm... Let me guess. The great thief Yatagarasu. Hey! Stop stealing my lines! I see now why you do it. It was rather satisfying, I must admit. Hey, I'm a great thief. I totally... Oh wait. Same dialogue. So that's it for her. Hey, you there. Is it true? Is what true? The broken bracelet thing. Because I want one too, you hear? You'd break the rules even now from behind bars. No, it ain't like that. I just want to hang out with the animals is all. He's just like me.
It's not a crime to be an animal lover, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. Pony.
I want to talk to the parrot so bad. Ugh, can't believe you found out about my bracelet. I was expecting you to show a little more remorse. Huh? Oh, well, of course. I am very remorseful, yes. Gormless pony. Anyway, should you, be, on your way to maximum security? A word of warning, but I suggest you be on your best behavior from now on. Of course. I won't be stepping out of line again. As if I needed a reminder from the likes of you. You might also consider using your best words too, Mr. Solid.
Kitty.
It's a cat.
Meow. What a possum kitty.
Please, Kay. I'd appreciate it if you could stick to using normal words.
If I had a little buddy like her, life in prison wouldn't be so bad. No, what am I thinking? I can't get locked up for real.
Perhaps I'd better give her a meowment to get this cat speak out of her system.
Piggy.
Okay, who is it? Is it gonna be on guard? Is it gonna be red-white? March 28th, 12:41 p.m., prison. Maximum security. I feel like on guard would definitely be in maximum security. Dip her in boiling oil.
Wow, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing.
But didn't you say that the Yatakarasu takes flight even in the dead of night or something?
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight. When alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatakarasu.
Whoa, you're one powerful performer.
Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven.
You don't have a third leg?
Ugh!
Dog. What? Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice, I knew it. It's been far too long. You remember me? I don't know what that means. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, 3 legs? You're the one who put me away.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking to that dog?
Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me. I do not often receive visitors. One moment. I will turn on the lights. Oh god. This guy? This guy was from... It was from like one of the Maya Fey storylines, right? You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Boss. Look at his head. I have no clue who this freak is. He looks like someone that would be connected with the Fays, but I don't
remember. I don't remember seeing this guy.
Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves.
I am Boyd. Oh god. Karma Kanis. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Yeah, I don't remember this guy like at all. Was he from some past case or is he original? Kanis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. Okay, well, we got our guy. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? Also, this guy doesn't have a bracelet on. He's got a bracelet on, but not the bracelet. You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. Oh my god, this is who Edgeworth thinks of when someone says he's getting head. Good lord, that cranium, right? He's looking like an alien. I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. I know I was here earlier, but hi, Elio cutie. I miss you. Hi, Sammy. Yeah, it's nice seeing you in chat. I hope you're doing well. Hope you get lots of rest. The ever-common trope of an evil, devout Buddhist assassin carrying a Buddhist rosary. Yep. Welcome, Danik. Aww. Oh, so cute. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat, but who cares about that? What's your doggy's name? He's so cute. He's a good little boy. Oh, you were at Anime Expo recently. Ooh, nice. Hope you had lots of fun. I'm jealous. I want to go to Anime Expo. Your witness is mistaken. Elmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? Oh, you were helping your friend tables, so it was a lot of being a merchant on my feet. Oh, I see. It's kind of exhausting. The fun was being with homies after the con. Yeah, that must have been really fun. I've always wanted to table at a con. The only time I've ever tabled at a con was when I volunteered at one. And that was an experience. It was not for anyone that I knew. It was someone that I was assigned to because I was volunteering. And I was looking after a table for some celebrity guy. I forgot what the name of the actor's name was, but he was from Karate Kid. Being assigned sounds so awkward. Yeah, I was assigned to work at, I think he was like the villain kid from Karate Kid. And like, he said that he was heading out to go and get something to like, I think he said he was gonna go get a smoke, and then he just like never showed up. And for the entire convention, I was manning his table with like the autographs and stuff. And I remember I had like a walkie-talkie, and I was like, "Has anyone found him yet? Has anyone found the guy yet?" And people kept coming to the table, and they're like, "When's he coming?" And I'm like, And I kept getting told like to give them excuses, like, "Oh, he'll be here in like a couple hours," and then like the same people would come back to the table, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Some people even thought that I was related to him, and I'm like, no, I'm just assigned to work for him. But yeah, it turns out he did not want to be at the convention. He just wanted to get paid for his appearance.
and he just went to his hotel room until his, like, panel was happening. So that was very fucked up. I know it's a bit of a trip, but SakuraCon's layout for merchant artists is really nice now and comfortable without being overly crowded. Ooh. Oh, you were helping at SakuraCon too. Ooh, nice. Where's SakuraCon at? Let me look that up.
Oh, Seattle. I see. Yeah, I want to go to Sac Anime
In the winter. And justify it as a birthday trip. Hamata is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. No, he is a good boy. Oh my god, yeah, Sac Anime sounds so fun, yeah. I could probably talk my cousin into driving me down for one day. A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade. This witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume. Sawat is anything but trustworthy. He's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. No then, I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut. Yes. Oh, he's so cute! Helmut is so cute! It figures that he already knew who our witness is. Yeah, what's your alibi, Bubby? What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? Is it Canis or Canis or I don't know. During the show, you mean? Oh, he's so cute! I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I've developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning. Huh. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby. I can't believe someone would actually let you. You certainly like chess a lot, huh? Why is everyone in this game obsessed with chess? The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed 1, let alone 5 chisels. And nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane. Jesus! How long has this guy been in jail? Whoa, that must have taken forever! Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces, such as these. A Cerberus chess piece? I didn't know that you played chess. SakuraCon can be convenient for some since it runs 24/7 during the weekend. Wait, really? I never heard of a con that ran like 24/7. Whoa. There are things for people of all sleep schedules. Ooh, that's nice. I know when I would go to the conventions, I would spend a lot of time up at night, but the cons would be closed at night, so I just kind of wander around town and see what was available for eating. You play too, do you not, prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. I'd like to go back for Anime Expo at some point, because I remember I went down to Koreatown at one point, and there was this really good rolled ice cream place that was open like really late at night. It's really good. They had like a Ferrero Rocher like rolled ice cream that was really good. And I think it came like with Pocky and stuff too. It was really good. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. It only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. Of course, merchant artist alleys close in the evenings, but the theaters and I think gaming rooms are open 24/7. Oh, I see. What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads? Ah, yes, the dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles. All doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I've always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not. I play by the regular rules and with the regular pieces. You know the rules, and so do I. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though. Oh, I have my correspondence. Correspondence chess, then? Showing moves by post? Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although, I've yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. Huh. Dog chess piece data jotted down in my organizer. Wait! I think you were playing with Knight, weren't you? Huh, yeah, because he liked chess too. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. Well, more like he's no longer alive, but sure, we can say that. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis? His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor unfortunate soul. You keep your ear to the ground. My ear's all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, got a pretty big head. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network? But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter. Well, no. He didn't try to assassinate the president. He killed the president's bodyguard because he wanted to be a better bodyguard for him. Because he was jealous. Attempted assassination? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth? Didn't Mr. Knight... Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader, and that there is no attempt on the president's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wong's fake assassination scheme? Whoa there, cowboy. You're saying the Bronxster didn't actually have a pop at the press? I was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder. You mean, you don't know what really happened? So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight? It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved. Of course! They took you off the case to try and keep you away! And swapped in that Wiener kid to push through an attempted murder case. Wiener! In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth. So, they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this Knight, was it? Richard kid. Wiener kid. They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination, which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. Oh? Did I do that to you? An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Hermit, yes it is, yes. courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Oh god, Lane. You're not twisting the truth beyond these closed courtroom doors, too, are you? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. Even Helmet understands. Don't you, Helmet? Yes, you do. Why is this so cute? The truth's revealed in court in your deductions. It's dangerous to trust either implicitly. Ugh. But I am not bitter. You're not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. Oh, the winner? Mr. Wiener? We even dragged the warden along, her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air. Not those two again! Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel. They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, and they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison, and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Okay. Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now? Oh, thank you for the hydrate and take a moment, Twy. I'm right on time. The thinker. Yeah, welcome back, Twy. Salwood's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Connie's on. I still don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmet will show you out. Good boy, Helmet. Go on now. He's not showing us out permanently, right? Alright, you saw Solid. Yep. He was very obviously suspicious, but I don't think he's the murderer. I do think that he bonked him over the head, but yeah, need a character summary for him. Yeah, he's a burglar that likes bonking people over the head and talking about time. Oh, let's get out of here. Come on. Until next time, Mr. Connies. It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh my god, she's on the Monkey Mountain. March 28th, 1:12 p.m., prison, corridor. Now to gather the evidence I need to bolster my case. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! That's the best hiding spot she could find. It's alright, Kay. You can come down now. Where's Fender? Oh right, since Twy is here. Who was that dickhead? Yeah, I don't remember Connie's. I don't remember Connie's from any, like, previous case. Is he original for this game, or did I forget? Oh, we don't know Connie's. Okay, so he's original character. He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast. Yeah, he's new. Okay. Fender, Fender, Fender. So? What do we do now? You and I will continue the investigation. And I know just where to start. It's just he's an infamous serial killer. I know him. Ah, okay. I thought that maybe he was the reason that he's behind bars and stuff, and that there was some case that I don't remember. I was like, is he related to the phase? I solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. And well, to hype up Edgeworth Connie's happens to know him too. No, don't worry. Oh, okay. Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops. But he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he end up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells. And Mr. Knight's room, right? But what about Mr. Fender? I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready. Sure, but he is kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well. March 28th, 1:34 p.m. Detention Center. Quarter. The victim's cell is just over there. Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth. I have just about had it. Hmm? Who's that? Oh, it's her. Warden Lagarde. She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. Oh wait, no? I missed Mommy's intro. You did! You did! You still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct? I thought you were right before it. Yeah, no, we already met Mommy. No, and I've tried so many times I lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report. I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire? They talking about the killer?
It should have been me, not him!
It's not fair. I couldn't help overhearing. Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about Bodhidharma Kanis? My, you were listening? How very gosh of you. A girl's privacy is her honor, you know? Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself? Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. Am I saying that right? That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once. Your office? How sweet, he's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. I love her little fox. It's down this corridor here, darling, but FYI, I don't just let anybody wander in willy-nilly. Let's see, that would put it right around here. She reminds me of the Mr. Burns and Hoss gorilla suit. Oh, like Tetris. Okay, tete-a-tete. It's a wonderful room if I do say so myself. All my guests rave about it. And Who wouldn't want to view my fabulous garden and the yard? Ooh la la.
The yard? If it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see?
A like Abra. Oh, okay. Tete. Tada, yeah, Abra. Tete. Tete.
Building layout data updated in my organizer.
Tete.
Oh, darling, it's so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's just not possible. Why not?
Because you're not a member of our home.
If you want to see it that badly, you'll just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable.
That's a rather steep price to pay.
Oh, but just listen to me. Chattering away like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. Almost. The first tut is fine, but not the second.
It's time for Allie's lunch and brunch. The poor dear will be done.
Allie?
The sweetest little dear in all the world. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Oh, is that her fox's name? Now to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings.
I wanted to ask her more about Connie's, but she dominated that conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we?
Oh, it's alive. Yeah, it's alive.
March 28th, 1:43 p.m. Detention Center holding cell.
Is that like a food menu?
So, this is Knight's cell.
When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth?
It would have had to have been the evening of the 25th, just after the events at the lake. And then, at some point, he wound up in the prison proper, but how? There must be some evidence here that will point us in the right direction.
All right, let's get looking, Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright, let's go. Let me talk to this guy first. Keep up the good work, officer.
Sir! Yep, there's absolutely no need to keep an eye on us. Because we're two great thieves of justice.
Okay? Please shut up. You're what now? You really needn't pluralize thieves on my account, Kay. Okay, you got anything new?
There's a lot more stuff in here than I expected.
Indeed. It doesn't all seem to belong to Mr. Knight. Some of the books, for example, seem to be permanent fixtures.
You know, I don't think being in here would be all that bad, really.
You're welcome to give it a try. I certainly won't stop you.
No thanks. But since we're here, I might as well case the joint. You know, just in case. So come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's get looking. Chess is a pretty popular pastime in here, huh? I mean, Mr. Knight even asked Simeon to bring him his chess set.
I'm afraid I have to disagree. In fact, as far as I can see, only 2 people were so enthralled as to own a chess set. Mr. Knight and...
And? Oh, you mean that scary guy?
Yes. Could it really be a coincidence that they're both such great fans of chess?
Yeah, I don't think that's a coinky-dink. You don't want to play chess, Kay? Okay.
Yeah, that chess set's gonna be relevant. We gotta connect the 2 together, I think.
You know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth? If the murder weapon can't be found, then maybe there wasn't one to begin with. Then how would he die? Did he just stop breathing? Well, that's certainly an interesting suggestion. But then, how did our victim meet his end?
What are you talking about?
If there's no murder weapon, there's no murder, right? We literally saw the dead body, Kay. What are you yapping about? Come now, Kay. We cannot ignore the facts in front of us, no matter how much we might wish to.
You're right. I know Mr. Knight's dead. But I know something else too. We're gonna find out who killed him, if it's the last thing we do.
At the way things are going, it might be the last thing we do. Reflected in the mirror is...
A security camera. A great thief's greatest enemy. Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest.
I think that might be entirely deliberate, Kay. Guard. I'd like you to retrieve the footage from the security camera and review it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately. Yes, sir! Yes, I guess that's it for that.
Yeah, what is this?
Oh, it's like, yeah, it is like a food menu. Must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. 200 Days to Freedom. Life as a Pet Stylist. Understanding Animal Emotions. You'll Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology. Making Money While Serving Time. And A Second Chance at Life. Interviews with a Former Prisoner. Not much in the way of variety for reading here.
Ooh, what's a menu doing here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It seems that those held in the detention center are able to choose what they like to eat each day. What? Y'all can eat curry every day? I'm jealous.
And almond rice and steak with a fried egg on it?
You know how expensive eggs are right now? If they can afford it, that is.
Money makes the world go round, I guess. But doesn't that make life super easy for rich detainees?
Yes. Just like real life. Well, okay. Bear in mind that the people held in these cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished. Quite a few of them, in fact.
So you're saying it's fine that people with money don't have as hard of a time of it as everybody else?
I don't know if I'd say that, but... How did I wind up defending the practices of the detention system?
Wow, that's a lot of books. Let's take a look. You'll Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology. Understanding Animal Emotions. Life as a Pet Stylist. Maybe there was more to Mr. Knight than met the eye.
Sadly, I don't think these were his. They were likely specially selected and placed here for the detainees. The hopes that they would want to better themselves during their time here. Second Chance at Life, interviews with a former prisoner. These books appear to have been written by current model prisoners and former inmates.
Ooh, I like the look of that one. 200 Days of Freedom, an escape story. And this one too. Making money while serving time.
This facility may have more deeply rooted problems than I thought. Yeah, this jail is very, interesting. But I think that is gonna be it for today for Miles Edgeworth. I'm gonna go on a BRB and I'll be back with some Isomnium files in a little bit.
So, oh, thank you for the 25 biddies, Danik. Thank you. I will see y'all in a couple of minutes once I'm done eating. See you guys in a bit.